Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have a little update on my party favors and wanted to show you what I ended up making and the trays that I made to put them in, and so they'd travel and then have a place that would store nice on the table for the Christmas party. I ended up using pattern paper for the carton and then just simply embellishing it with a Recollections 3-dimensional sticker, the little holly berries, and the Christmas tree, or a bow that I got from the Dollar Tree that came in. They come in, this had red and green on it, but I used up all the red ones on this one. And this is from the Dollar Tree. You get 12 of them for $1. They're a really nice size bow with a little silver pearl in the center, tied with some wire, which makes them nice to be able to attach them to things. And so I used that, yeah, like I said, or the Recollection sticker. I was working too hard when I was trying to make my original boxes with just a red cardstock. I thought it would be easier, but in reality it took way more time and it used more paper, trying to use, not as much. So each of these took half of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and then cut the little window out of acetate. I ended up using, instead of the window that it came with, I used, on the milk carton, I used a Stamps of Life stitched rectangle, a smaller one in this set, so that way I would get a good size window, but it wasn't too big for the Santa. And so it ended up way easier just to cut them out of the colored cardstock. So you get 2 boxes out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. You just rip it in half and then you can proceed from there. And I think these actually all came out pretty nice with the different colors of paper. And they were quicker and easy to make. I really like how each of these came out. It was fun. I ran out of snow on some of them, so they don't all have the snow in there. And then I even tried to pare down, to like not use as much, but I still ended up running out. But I still think that they look, really cute anyways. And so there's these. These are the little Santas. And the Santas, I ended up putting 7 Santas in each milk carton so they wouldn't fall over without having the snow in there. It made it to where. And then I ended up also putting a sticker dot on the first Santa so that way he would stand up and stay in the middle of the window for the most part. Then here are these, the little Ferrero Rocher chocolate holders. Ended up punching a 1-inch circle in the colored cardstock. I used a 2-inch scallop and punched a 1-inch circle in the middle of there. I took some of this fun, shiny little eyelash trim, tied the bow, and then put a circle of gems around. I did have to glue these on with art glitter glue. They were gems I got from the dollar store and or Walmart, and they didn't want to stay there very well. I don't know if it's because of either the glitter paper or the foil, but I just ended up using art glitter glue to get them to all stay and stick and not fall off. But I thought, each of these came out super fun, really cute, and they were really fast. I did 25 of these in like maybe an hour, I think is all it took to make all of these, even gluing all the gems on and tying all the little eyelash trims on. So that's how these ended up. And then I made these super fun trays for me to be able to carry and store them in. And I was going to show you what that looks like here. Let me actually move this over so I have room. And so here's this tray. And what this tray ends up being is, this is a 12 by 12 piece of just thin chipboard that I covered with a piece of scrapbook paper, a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper that had a fun little pattern on it. I covered the bottom too after I attached the sides with just a solid piece of green scrapbook paper. It fit perfect because it's 12 by 12. And then the sides, I ended up cutting strips of 12-inch by 1-inch pieces of chipboard and covering them in another pattern of scrapbook paper. So the scrapbook paper ended up being 3 inches wide by the 12 inches long. And I scored it at a 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, and then 2.5 inches. So that way I had when I wrapped, I folded it around the strip of chipboard, and then folded the 2 ends up. That's what gave me my lip that I glued to the bottom. I glued it to the bottom of the chip of the base, and then put this piece on top once I had all those glued on. And then how I got the corners to stay, or to hold together, is I took a piece of glitter tape, glitter washi tape, and I actually art glitter glued that, even though it's adhesive. Sometimes it doesn't stick and stay that well. So I glued that onto the corners. So that way because all you're wanting to do is when you're holding it and transporting it is that these just don't slide off. And it's another nice little decorative element to it. And you can see it's not perfect, but it looks super fun, how that came out. So then to adorn the front, I used these. I used one piece of this. They're 12 inches of wired garland ties, and I just used one of those along there. I used this mesh tube that I got, and all this stuff I got from the Dollar Tree. It was all $1. Comes in 12 yards, and this is fun, but I used it in the red. So this here, and it's fun and stretchy and just adds a super cool shiny element. And I just wrapped that around and then hot glued it. Well, I twisted it all around, and then with this little garland here I got from the Dollar Tree as well, which is this berry garland. And this is fun. I got all this stuff last year, so it was all in my stash. And cut a length of this as well, and then intertwined them all. And then the ends of this, because this is wire, I just wrapped it around the end to where it flowed how I liked it all together. And then I hot glued the 2 ends and the middle to here. And then I had these, they're little glass ornaments that go on a mini Christmas tree. And so I just hot glued those on, used those same Dollar Tree bows, but in the red, and then adorned some Recollection snowflake stickers on there. So these are the 3-dimensional, they're plastic little stickers, and just glued those on, and thought that actually came out really fun, really nice. So I can take all my fun little table favors and have a great way to, well, they're party favors, not actually table, because we're catering buffet style, to make it easier. And it's like we're playing games and all that kind of fun stuff, but a place to, display them, and people could take them and then also transport them there to make it easier. So that's what we came up with, and thought you'd get a kick out of that, seeing how these all came out and stuff. And wanted to share that with you. Hope you guys are enjoying your holiday time, and getting in your craft room to create and have some fun. And hope you have a super fun and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll catch you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.